Welcome to the Soon Podcast.
Welcome back to the Soon Podcast, where style and wellness meet. I'm your host, Alyssa, and this is my sister, Amanda.
We are so excited for another episode here at the Soon Podcast. We have lots to go over today, so why don't we just dive right in?
Yes, today we're trying to talk about social media and all that fun stuff, but what is going on with you in life, Amanda?
I know we should loop them in. I got my hair done. I'm very excited about that. I have a lip injection appointment this week.
Okay.
I'm just knocking things off of my list left and right, and I couldn't be happier. My birthday is on the horizon. We're 1 month out. We're less than 1 month out.
She's a Gemini, believe it or not.
I know. Most people can't believe it because I'm so great, but we are 1 month out, and so I'm trying to plan what I'm going to do. Am I having a dinner? Am I going to dinner? What am I doing? What's the vibe? I'm taking work off this year, like I do every year.
Just for the day?
Just for the day. I tried to work one time on my birthday, and I was like, it's my birthday.
Is Omar taking it off?
No, but I'm just going to have a day. I know.
Oh, okay.
He didn't last year. Well, I was working last
know.
year. So there would be no point. But I decided that I feel like birthdays are so special. I'm never going to turn 29 again. And so I should be off and just have me day. It's so nice.
Okay, that'll be nice. What day is it on this year?
It's on a Wednesday.
That's nice.
I feel like birthdays
different.
should always be on like a Saturday.
Yeah, I think that's more the vibe in life.
Yeah.
29 and feeling fine.
Okay, what's going on with you? You just sold your couch.
Yes, we paid a good amount of money for this couch. It was Crate and Barrel. And it was more of a relaxed fit than I wanted. Like, it just seemed like all the pillows were like slouching in, and so I was just not impressed. I don't think all of their couches are like that, but then we moved into this house and it didn't fit in the house at all. So we just needed it, but we lost a lot of money by selling it. So that is a bummer.
Great. Well, what are you going to do? You have your new couches in. You had to get out with the old and with the new. You're going to need to post photos of your new couches once we get the pillows for them.
I know. I feel like everything I'm waiting for you on. I don't want to buy pillows. Like, I want you to buy them for me.
Oh.
Well, I'll give you money and then you pick them out because I just can't.
I know. And I just don't have the time. But I also love helping.
You don't have the time. Okay. But okay, there is a situation with the new couches. So I love the new couches.
Okay.
We ordered chairs from the same exact company, but like a different branch. So I guess like this company owns multiple branches.
Okay.
And I love the couches. They came out great. The chairs that we bought look beautiful, but they're slipcover. And in the online photo, there was no like really good photos posted of them. It was kind of like really staged, I don't know, edited, and like no reviews, no like client photos of them. And so we went out on a whim, and when we got them, I liked them, but the slipcover keeps like looking like it doesn't fit. Like it looks way too big, and I keep having to adjust it.
Weird.
Oh, let me show you a picture. Really? Oh my gosh.
What?
Okay, so I'm not crazy.
You need to post these. Alyssa's going to post these once we post this episode, so you guys can see how atrocious this is.
But I'm not going to post the company yet. I emailed them. I sent them the photos. So I'm waiting to hear back. What sucks is that everything that they do is custom ordered. So these took like 4 months.
Yeah.
And so I'm just nervous that if we order something else, it's going to take 4 months again. And I don't love any of their other styles. So I'm kind of in a pickle. I think we'll just probably go with another company. So hopefully they'll give us like a full refund.
Yeah, or maybe there's a way that they can fix the situation.
I know, like,
I mean, it just looks
maybe a
like it
fabric
wasn't
gun?
custom. They clearly put the wrong size on this. It looks insane.
It's very weird. So I don't know. But Paul is like, I like it.
No.
He's like, because the couches are formal, these are like casual.
No.
Yeah.
I'm usually on his side with stuff, but not this.
I know. So
Not
I'm like,
this.
I'm emailing them. Sorry.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on in my world is couches.
They're going to fix it and it's going to look great.
Yes. So shall we get to what we are talking about?
Yes, let's get to the nitty-gritty of all things social media.
I know. I feel like that is all you, girl. This is a you day.
This is a me day, as it should be. I became an influencer, quote unquote. I feel like I hate saying that because I don't personally think that I have that many followers. Not to discredit myself. I love my followers. They're just influencers has become such a big, huge name. And so for me, I'm like, I'm just so teeny tiny, itty bitty. It's hard to even put myself in that realm. But I started influencing back in 2019, and it has seriously had such a roller coaster of an impact on my life. But most of it has been for the better. And I just think that it's such a crazy journey and becoming like an influencer back when it was like no one even knew what it was. It was blogging and then it was influencing and now it's so many other outlets. So I think that it's really crazy to see the way that the influencer world has changed even in the short amount of time that I've been doing it.
Yeah. So just to give a little background on Amanda, I think it was high school. She started to like kind of post cute little pictures, and she got best dressed, and then she wore one of my outfits to her best dressed photo shoot for the yearbook. So
Nice.
just throwing that out there.
It all comes from Alyssa.
I think you got your job at Nordstrom your senior year, or were you out of high school?
No, I was out of high school because you have to be 18 to work at Nordstrom, and I graduated when I was 17. Young, hot,
You
fun.
started early. Or you must, I think it's just because you have a June birthday.
I skipped a grade. No.
No.
No, not that. But so I did. I started at Nordstrom when I turned 18, and it seriously really like kicked off my love for fashion and my posting and everything else in between.
And here's what happened. So she had already started a blog, maybe?
I had a
It
blog.
was literally
It was
called like Vanilla Sugar or something.
It was called Pink Vanilla Bean. So I had a blog called Pink Vanilla Bean, and I thought it was going to be such a hit. So I loved vanilla bean frappuccinos. Just to give a little context.
From Starbucks.
Love pink. So it just felt right for the time. We quickly switched that. I mean, maybe I'll change my Instagram handle to that.
Yeah, please do. And then you got like reached out to in person at Nordstrom, and it was like this really cool purse company. And they were like, would you model these, or what did they say?
Yes. So my Instagram then was like, it was nothing. It was just like my little Instagram account was personal. It was fun. I did always post my outfits, which I love. That was like such a good creative outlet for me. But when I worked at Nordstrom, one of the customers there, she was starting her own brand of purses, and she wanted to do what now we would call a collaboration. So I brought you, Alyssa, and we did a photo shoot for her.
I love her purses. I wonder if we could find her.
I love her purses too.
They were like cowhide.
Yeah, they were fabulous. So fun. So that was a really fun kickoff to so many really cool collaborations that I would have no idea that would happen in the future. But I know it really is, I feel like, such a community driven creative space if you let it be. I mean, I feel like it's changed in so many ways, but I mean, I found my current career through social media. My boss actually, she followed me on Instagram and she wanted me to model for her company.
Oh my gosh. I always forget that.
I know. And I remember I modeled for one of their collections. And when I was walking through, I was like, oh, wait, I love this company. I want to work here. And then 6 years later. So it's just insane the way that social media can work in the right ways if you allow it to.
Do you remember like the first milestone of your followers or like a big post that you were doing?
Yes. So when I left Nordstrom, I really, really wanted to focus on social media and just have more fun with it because I wasn't working in the fashion industry anymore. I was actually working for my parents' company, which was so fun. But I needed that creative outlet of like, here's what I'm wearing, here's what I'm doing. And it was right at the perfect time where that just kind of steamrolled into something bigger for myself. And I had, I still have amazing followers. They're so loyal, so fun to talk to. Like, it's just amazing. But I was posting every single day. Every single day would be a post, would be a story, would be an outfit, would be a this, would be a that. And I loved it so much. And it just kept growing and growing. And I went through this phase where I was getting thousands and thousands and thousands of views, like hundreds of thousands of views on my posts and likes and craziness. And I was getting reposted by really big brands. But I would say the biggest part for me, the biggest collaboration back then was when Revolve reached out to me. I remember, I think I called you and I was sobbing and I was like, oh my God, it's Revolve and they want to work with me. And it was unreal. It was crazy. So I think that
Yeah,
that was a
that's
really
so
cool
cool.
moment. Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, we're going to Coachella. And then
And then COVID happened literally that year.
I know, but I was like, this is our ticket to Coachella.
And I was like, we're in, bitches. No, it was crazy because working with them was so cool, so fun. I mean, I still work with them every now and then, but back then, 2019, 2020, it was like they would just throw collaborations at you. The huge brands, huge companies would just like, here's a gift card. Hope you like our stuff. It was just like, I feel like such a crazy time.
You just saw your old emails where you reached out to companies.
Yes. When I would reach out to companies, because I haven't done outreach in a long time because now I have a full-time job and a house and like all the things. I feel like it's not my main priority. I just more so do it for fun and for collaborations that I feel really passionate about. But when I would do outreach, when I first started, I found my little outreach message and it was so silly. I was like, hi, I'm an Arizona blogger and I love your products. Want to work together? And people would be like, sure, here's a gift card.
I know, that's
I was
amazing.
like, what on earth? Like, I don't think that that's how it is anymore because there's so many people in the space, which isn't to deter anyone. I really do feel like if you're passionate about anything, it doesn't have to be fashion, but anything that you're passionate about and you feel comfortable and confident posting, I genuinely think that anyone can be an influencer because you're influencing what you love. And people love to hear that. People love to hear other people's passions and follow that. I mean, I do.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. I definitely struggle with posting. I don't like taking pictures. I don't like posting. Like, even if I have the pictures, I struggle. And I think I've gotten to a mindset where I just like, it's too big for me to conquer. And so when I tried to start my own business, I just felt so overwhelmed. And that's partially why like I love working with companies instead of being my own boss, is because like they have a social media manager and like they do their own posts. So the fact that you do it is really awesome, but it's so much work. And also, I used to photograph you all the time, and it was terrible.
I mean, I feel like for anyone wanting to start, or I feel like there's so many people who are like, influencers don't have a job. I mean, I feel like influencing, it always looks so fun and it is so fun, but it really is a lot of work because one, I do think that social exhaustion is such a huge thing. I mean, it takes a really big toll on your mental health. You'll see people who start at the same time as you. Oh my God, they have more followers. They have more likes. They have more this. They're prettier than me. Like all of that takes a mental toll. being on your phone and your screen and just dealing with engagement and comments and people are mean all the time takes a mental toll. And
The
then
engagement really got to me. Like, you don't do this anymore, but you used to have to like go on for
mhm,
hours and just like people's posts, comment on people's posts,
yes.
save, and it was like, Amanda,
Yeah.
that's when social media became
It's
a little inauthentic, when the engagement
mhm,
was like so crazy. And that was years ago.
yeah.
And now I feel like
I
it's
think
more authentic.
it's still kind of like that. I mean, I don't do that because I just don't have the time, but it's like all of the algorithms, or if you watch all the TikToks about social media and everything, it's like you have to be watching people's videos, commenting, liking, so that way TikTok knows that you're a real person and like gives you what they, what you want to see. And then in return, like they'll put your content out. So it really is like a whole beast in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
But on top of that is just the normal conflicts that you get of like, when you're home, or what I was facing is I would work all day and then I would come home and I would need to take a picture for a brand, or I would need a post, or I would need to edit, or I wouldn't be doing engagement. And it just becomes really taxing, especially if you have other things going on in your life. So I took a really big break from it back in, I don't know, like 2022. I just kind of stopped posting, which was like a good and a bad thing. I mean, I think that it was hard for me to be like, oh, there goes all my engagement. And there goes, all of these followers that I built up to come to me for fashion and this and that. And then I just felt like I was letting everyone down, and the brands that I worked for, stopped reaching out as much. I think that it was hard for me to deal with that mentally. But I
Mm-hmm.
knew that for my mental health, I just needed to do it for other reasons. So I feel like now I'm kind of injecting it back into my life in a really healthy and fun way. And
You're more excited about it.
I'm really excited about it. I'm seeing so many brands reach out to me. I'm like engaging with my followers again. Like it's become a fun outlet for me again, which I think is what I needed to find my way back to in a
Yeah.
good way, instead of forcing it. So now I feel like we're on a better trend. And I just had a crazy viral video, which I still can't get over. I've never had like
Oh
such a viral video,
my
and it's the
gosh.
most random thing I've ever posted in my entire life. It's literally,
I can't believe you came up with it though.
I know,
I thought it was a trend and you were doing it.
no, no, it's actually funny though, because I will give props to mom, because when we were all trading drinks, she's like, oh my God, this is so funny. Someone should film this. And I was
So
like,
literally
ooh.
every time we go to a restaurant, we all order something different drink
And then we
wise. Like
like pass it around.
not on purpose. We just all have
We just
different
like different
tastes.
things. Yeah.
But then we all want to try each other's drinks. So like we swap it around the entire table,
Pass it around the
husbands,
table.
everybody. So yeah, it was like a video of that. And Amanda said I almost messed it up. Well, I did mess it up a little bit, but
Well, I was trying to take this video of like us organically, like everyone was literally just like passing these drinks in a scramble. It was comical. It was literally insane. There was no like way about it. It wasn't like clockwise. It was like we were throwing our drinks across the table for no reason. And so I'm like, I pull out my phone and I'm like, oh, let's take a video. And Alyssa's husband was like, oh, I got you. I got you. He's like passing me his drink. And Alyssa, I like pan over to her drink and she's like,
she was like taking a cheers video or a
and
video of
I'm
me
like,
just drinking my drink.
I'm literally
She's
getting
like,
so
no.
pissed at her. I'm like,
She's like,
Alyssa,
hand
hand
me.
me your drink. Like, what are you doing?
And I'm like,
She's like,
smiling. If you're not watching our video, I'm had it.
she's smiling. So it was so funny. And it took me 2 seconds. I was like, this is just silly. I'm just going to post it on TikTok. Literally got like 1 million views so quick. I was like, what the heck? So I posted on Instagram, which I never normally do. I never really post like my silly little things on Instagram. And I posted it. It is at 3.5 million views.
That's insane.
So it's like a 4 second long video. So it's funny the way that it works. It's funny and silly. And
Well, not to toot my own horn, but I have also
Alyssa had
gone
the first,
viral.
Alyssa had the first viral video in the family.
Yes, for Christmas, like 5 years ago or something, we would always do, what is it, a white elephant situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so excited for this Christmas. I bought a Danny DeVito sequin pillow. So at first glance, it looks like a black sequin pillow. And then you shine it the other way, and Danny DeVito's face pops up. And I don't even know how I found it, like Etsy or Amazon or
It was
something.
literally insane.
And who does it land on but Omar's sweet pea
Sweet,
little
sweet angel
grandma.
of a grandma. She was so excited for the sequin pillow too. She was like,
Yes.
honey, so excited.
And then her face when she, yeah,
We were like,
poor
just put
thing.
the sparkles upwards. And she was like,
Ah, yeah. So that
we'll
was the
repost,
video.
we'll repost both of the videos to our TikTok account on like the
I was
reposted
dying.
area so that way people can see them. But they're so funny, if I do say so myself.
Just viral girlies, you know.
Watch out, world.
But yeah, so what is like what do you do? How many posts do you do? How do you figure that out? How do you take your pictures?
So since my sister moved out of state, which was so rude,
Yeah,
my
just one more thing. Like when people say it's not work, she would drag me out. It's 110
literally
degrees
110,
in
I'd be in like a
the
ball gown.
afternoon. Yeah, in the afternoon. And she's like burning her ass cheeks on the sidewalk
I'd be like,
trying
we
to
need to
get this
take 6
picture.
outfit sets today. We'd be out for like 4 hours.
And I'm like,
Disgusting.
I'm not getting out of the car. So I would have the AC on and roll down
She'd
the
take it
window
from the
and take
window.
pictures of her. And she would get so mad. But I'm like, this is awful. You should pay me.
I know she got a lot of clothes out of it and skincare, but oh well. So,
Oh, well.
right. Oh well. I don't have a posting schedule. I think that that's part of me just like doing this organically and just letting it work for my life the way that I want it to. I try to post twice a week right now just because I feel like that fits the best with my schedule and it doesn't really put pressure on me. It's more fun. I look forward to it. And I try to do like things that I'm doing right now. Like I feel like I used to batch a lot of content because I would work with a lot of brands that would need imagery back, which is so fun. But right now it's more of like my home projects and what I'm working on and what I wore to work today or what I'm wearing out tonight. So I think that that's a lot more fun and it just gets me excited to share it versus feeling
Yeah.
like another job. So that's the way that I've been doing it lately and it feels good. It feels fun.
That's really exciting. And
know.
your most recent collab is supposed to be with Dr. Mark Hyman, who I love him. He's an icon in the wellness industry, the functional wellness industry. And he started a brand. I don't know what it's called. Basically, it's a blood test, and you get all of 500 different results. And so it gives you a really great insight into your body. And then you can go and work with like a naturopath or a functional health practitioner, someone who's going to
Yes.
know what these results mean.
Yeah.
But it's such a good opportunity, and you won't do it.
I know. I haven't done it yet. It's good for, I think, 1 year. I'm going to try to do it in the next couple of months because I really do want to know what's going on in my body, especially with everything that we've been talking about. But I am absolutely terrified of needles. Terrified. I hate anything to do with it. So I feel like I really have to hype myself up because it's actually like a lot of blood that you have to give for the blood work to like come
Yes,
back.
it's like 9 vials.
It's literally 9.
It's like 9
I think
vials,
it's
right?
10 vials. It's 10. And I was like, am I gonna be alive? Like, do I even have 9 vials of blood in my body? How fast, like, how long is this gonna take? I would genuinely rather be put under and have someone take my blood work than just sit there. I can't do
know.
it. It's absolutely terrifying, but I know it'll be good for me. So I'm like trying to build up the courage
I
to
also
do it.
pass out. Like I've passed out with an IV before. But I'm like, if I was, getting blood tests or whatever, I'm like, just keep taking the blood. Like, do not wake me up. Don't, like let me be asleep because we hate it.
We told the girls that when we both got our lips done, we were like,
Yes.
if we pass out, keep going. I'm like, in fact,
Yeah.
just shove more into me as much as
Yes.
and like at
I mean,
no point do you try to wake me up. Just let it happen.
I can't believe I can't believe that you keep getting your lips done. Like I was one and done. Like that was,
It's
I did not like
so
it.
painful. It's so painful. The thing
And
is that
long.
I should really like get more at a time, but I don't want my lips to be big. I just like them to be full, like when I smile. And Alyssa's like ruined my life in my hatred of my lips. And so
What?
the color of them.
I think she has like a blue tinge to her lips. And so it makes her
Yeah,
look dead.
dead. That's what she tells me all growing up. You look dead. You need to put on some lip
No, I'm like,
gloss.
put on some lip color, like a lip
She'll literally look at
tint.
me and be like, "You need some lip gloss. You look
I
dead."
mean,
And I'm
as
like,
a wellness professional, that is one thing that we look at on our patient. Do you have good
"Dead
blood
lips."
flow? Like, are you
Nice.
dehydrated? Yeah.
But I do
So,
feel like having my lips done, I feel like it makes them look like just juicier and prettier and better. And I just get half a syringe. So it's really like nothing. But I've only gone twice. I have my third one coming up this week and I'm just as terrified, but I'm going for an influencer event. So I'm really going to have to like get my shit together because I like cannot go there with all of these girls and like pass out. That's so embarrassing.
do you know anyone there?
One of my friends, she works for the company. This girlfriend that I've known, well, we've just known each other for, we've actually never hung out. We're like Instagram
You're like,
friends.
my best friend.
I'm like, we are so close. No, we've been Instagram friends for like forever and ever and ever. So that's a friend to me, close enough. But so I know her. I don't know anyone else that's going, so we'll have to see who I run
Okay,
into. But I'm excited.
I'm curious how they're going to do it because when we got our lips done, it was like all in one room. So that's the situation, that's the setup where you're all going to be on beds next to each other, next to random people. And Amanda and it was our first time getting our lips done.
And like these girls that go in there, they're like pros. Like they go in, they're like on their phone, and Alyssa and I are like shaking.
No, they put this, numbing stuff on your lips, which every place does, and you like can't talk. And it's like stark white. So every time we would look over at each other, we'd start cracking up.
But then we would like swallow the numbing cream, and then we like couldn't breathe. So we're like
I know.
gagging, choking. I literally was texting Alyssa, and I was like, I think I'm dying. Like I literally
Yeah.
can't feel my throat.
So just FYI, don't go with a friend
Yeah,
because you can't not laugh.
yeah, and it's like it is so painful. I think personally,
I
but
can't believe but you just keep doing it. You just keep sucking it up.
because I genuinely like the way that they look afterwards. Like I like having like
I know.
a little bit of like a plumper smile.
Me too. Me too. And so did my husband. And I was like counting on him to be like, oh no, babe, you look so good natural, which he thinks I do. But he was like, no, I actually really like them. I'm like, damn it.
I
But I
know
don't know if
Omar
I'll ever
liked
go
them
back.
too, which is funny because Omar's like anti anything that goes
I
like in your
know.
face, body, whatever. He doesn't get it. But when I asked him, it was because I think I got them done last year before my birthday too. And he was like, oh, like, do you want to get your lips done again for your birthday? And I was like, well, yeah, duh.
Okay, so here's my other thing is have you looked into like filler migration? Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I just don't think I personally get enough in my body
Yeah.
for it to become an
Yeah.
issue. Like I'm only getting a half a syringe once a year.
And I think only doing it in your lips is good
Mm-hmm.
because you don't
Yeah, I
want
don't
like
have filler anywhere
puffy.
else. Yeah, I'll get Botox like once a year and then I'll do my half a syringe once a year. So I feel like I can like instantly see when it starts to wear off, you know?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've been avoiding it because like getting Botox because we're trying to conceive. And so I don't know, I'm just like I don't want to add things that could potentially inhibit that. Like there's not any data really that it's bad for conception, but it does freeze things. Like, so I want to be working optimally, but I'm like, if we're not pregnant next month, then I'm going to schedule it for June because
As you
these
should.
wrinks are coming in. Yeah, they're
That's how I
coming in
feel.
hot.
That's how I feel. I need the wrinkles handled.
Would you ever consider a permanent
Facelift?
lip filler?
I didn't know that that was a thing.
Yeah, it's a lip implant, like a chin implant, but a lip
No.
implant.
No, I
Oh,
don't
I
think so.
totally would. It's too
Really?
expensive. I'm guessing. Yeah, if you can go under and have permanent lips.
Yeah. You know what I have been worried about lately is I think I'm getting tech neck.
Oh, yeah, we all have it, baby.
So,
This is 2025. We've been on our phones for 20 years now. We're
yeah. So I need to come up with a good solution for that because it's really been bothering me. You know, I was pretty appalled at my husband because we were at lunch the other day and I said, I think I'm getting tech neck. And he goes, oh, what's that? And I was like, you know, like like your neck, like kind of like starts to droop down, like it's giving like turtle because like I'm always like looking at my phone, like at my computer, like it just makes it look droopier. And he's like, yeah. I was
Oh
like,
my God.
excuse me?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's why I
this
just
is a serious problem.
don't
I'm
bring up
like, you
anything
just
to the
agreed to me?
husbands.
How dare you? You're supposed to tell me no. He's like, oh, okay.
Don't just consult me before if you ever going to do anything because there's one big treatment out there that does not work
Okay.
and it's very expensive, but people do it. I would say like the only thing that is really worth money that I've seen online is lipo. So that's
Oh,
serious. So
we'll see.
start
I'm going
doing
to
your
start
gua
doing some
sha
exercises. Yeah.
exercises and gua sha
I saw like something like that.
face yoga.
Yeah, we'll start doing that. But anyways, we got so off track, Alyssa.
No, that's good.
Okay, well, that's enough about everything that we just turned that conversation into. So, why don't you wrap up I want to hear your thoughts on social media because I know that you have a very different experience with social media than I do. And I think that it's very interesting and we should talk about it.
Yeah, so I feel like I have maybe a more popular opinion because you are just like more unfazed, whereas I don't associate social media in a good mindset. Like to me, it makes me a little more insecure. I don't love, like growing up, first of all, we got introduced to social media with MySpace and top 8 friends. Like people literally ranked their friends. And then from there, we had Snapchat where you could literally see who was the number one person that that person was Snapchatting and blah, blah, blah. So it was always
Mm-hmm.
like ranking
Very
people. And
toxic.
then people would like post yeah, people would also post, you know, when they were hanging out and tag like 9 people, and you're like, I'm not one of those people, I guess. And so I struggled with that for a long time. And then I got into college and I feel like things really instantly changed and it was for the better. I'm just getting out of that like high school mindset. And ever since then, I try to just post occasionally. I use it more like Facebook where I'm like updating people on pictures of my life that I
Uh-huh.
want to post. And I always forget to post, like it's been months and months. And so, yeah, right now it's more a tool for that. And then I also love to consume what's on social media. So I have to like, I usually will delete the apps from my phone every couple months because I can't handle it. And actually, just recently, I also started to sleep with my phone in another room so that I don't go to bed
Oh.
with my phone and I don't wake up scrolling because I'll find myself scrolling like first thing in the morning. And I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that's a terrible way to wake up and it's a terrible way to fall asleep. So now I just read my Kindle at night. And when I wake up, I get out of bed and I like start my breakfast and coffee and then I go to my phone.
Oh, I love that. No, I think that that's actually really smart. I feel like that is a take that a lot of people will resonate with. I mean, I just feel like social media does really become a big comparison game. I mean, to anyone, there's always going to be someone bigger, someone better, someone with a more fun life, you know, someone that you're like, why can't I be doing that? Why can't I be hanging out with them? XYZ. There's so many different facets that come with it. But I think that you always
Mm-hmm.
have to remind yourself that that's not your life. You have a great life. That's not what you look like. You're beautiful. And I think that always like telling yourself stuff like that and just being like, social media is not real. It's not real. People curate their lives to become influencers and, you know, post on social media and it's never real. I mean, that's like the hard truth about it is I feel like there's just, not everyone's life looks like that. Even if it does look like that, everyone's always going through something, but they might not need to share it. So I do think that, the comparison game is something that everyone struggles with and is a big part of social media. That is not the fun part, but it is something that I think that we need to remind ourselves that it's normal, it's natural, and it's not real. So just, have fun with it instead of letting it wear you down.
Yeah, I never had an issue with the comparison stuff really. It was more
Mm.
like feeling left out. Um,
Oh.
or honestly, yeah, feeling less than when people would like rank you, you know? I mean, it was just like, this is your worth.
Mm-hmm.
Bam. And so
Yeah.
that was kind of crazy. Yeah, so I feel like it's toxic and I don't love it, but you have a really good relationship with social media, I feel like. And so I'm like, that just shows that there are people that can really, get the benefits from it. And also, I love my like functional health Instagram because I don't even post on it. I need to, but just following other functional wellness practitioners, seeing people will just post data and research and like all summed up, and that is like so helpful and so interesting to me. So I love
Yeah.
that. One person who is a queen who we love is Amber Fillerup.
We love Amber Fillerup. We love her so
Yes.
much.
She's gorgeous.
She's on a social media hiatus and I just respect her so much. Well, I love everything that she does. One, she's like completely flipped her social media on its head for the
Mm-hmm.
better. I mean, she's become so open and honest. I love what she's been posting about. I love that
Yep.
she doesn't post her kids. Like, I love the way that she's changed her social media. We both are obsessed with her and we always have been. I mean, we've been obsessed with her for forever and ever since she was doing braids. We love Day. Like, I think that she's like influencing done right. She could literally come back
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow and be like, everyone needs to buy this. And I'd be like, okay. Because she's just
If
so
anyone doesn't
great.
know, she's from our town, Gilbert, and she's just a huge influencer, mom of like 4 kids or something,
Mm-hmm.
three,
I think
4.
4. Yeah.
And now she started like a hair company and she started an extensions hair company, but now she's just like this whimsical woman who's so authentic. And then she blew up. She's huge. She's in Sephora. And now she just decided to go off social media. And I'm like, that's amazing. Like you have kids and you're prioritizing yourself and your life. And that's awesome.
Yeah, I agree. I think that she's a great follow. Even if she's not posting right now, I still recommend following
Yeah.
her because even her old posts are inspiring and so fun, and I love
So
to see her
cool.
growth.
Okay, so the last couple things I just wanted to, talk to you about was how was Mother's Day?
It was so good. We did miss you so much, but I will say, like, I have to have won the Favorite Daughter of Mother's Day award for this year.
I understand where you're coming from and you can explain it, but then my mom also texted me and said that my card made her cry. So, did she
Okay,
cry with you?
I mean, she was just happy to get your card in the mail. She got the mail yesterday. She was so excited to see if your card came. It was so cute. And my dad was like, "Oh, you've got mail." And he was pranking her. It was really mean.
Oh my God, he's the worst.
I know. And she was like, "Oh, no, it was really good. My dad actually, well, our dad, dad,
My dad.
my dad, he took the reins on planning brunch, which I thought was really fun because I feel like
Wow.
we're always like the ones planning for him. I mean, he
Yeah.
always has the best
Typical.
intentions, but he's like so busy and sometimes love him to death. But what he picks, we're always like, maybe not. So he planned a brunch at the Biltmore, this hotel here in Arizona, and it was so cute, so fun. He did all of that, and I thought that it was really sweet. And then
That's awesome.
I planned a dinner, which I will give props to my husband for coming up with because I was initially going to take them to dinner. And then I was like, well,
Mm-hmm.
if we're going out to breakfast, then like she'll want to be home. So what do I do? And Omar was like, we should plan a dinner. And he's like, let's do a menu and you can make all of the things related to the family. Okay, that's so cute. What? And so he helped me make the menu. Like, he made it all for me. It was so cute. He like made the menu. We had Alyssa's asparagus. We had the Wolfie wedge salad because our last name is Wolfert. I'm like, that's so cute. Like Casey's caprese, because that's my dad's name. It was so fun. And it was actually really fun cooking everything, which cooking normally like gives me stress, but it's been kind of a nice piece for me lately. And it was so easy. Like I was just like passing out hors d'oeuvres, whipping up appetizers. I was like, who is she? We were watching Scamanda. Have you watched
Yeah.
Scamanda?
I never watched it, but I listened to it. So I feel like I tried to watch it and I had already heard the story. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm good. Yeah.
No, you
But
know my
it's
parents,
just
they
crazy.
listen to the podcast and then they also watch the show. But it was,
Yeah,
I mean,
they
it was
love
good.
it.
It was good. They love Scamanda. I want to be called that going forward.
Oh my God. That's not good. Well, I am trying to get you to watch You because
I started it. I'm
finished
on
it.
episode
Okay.
6. So we can talk about
Oh
it.
my gosh.
I
We can
know.
definitely recap it because I watched all of it. And so everyone should watch it.
We should talk about You in the report. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, well, we're going to wrap it up there because we're already getting way out of line with this time frame and we've got things to do. No, I'm just kidding. I literally have nothing to do. But we are going to be filming the report next week, which is one of our favorite episodes to film together. It is so fun. So if you haven't already, go submit any of your anonymous questions, gossip, advice, all of the above to our sisterly advice column. We've gotten some really good ones, so we're really excited about this episode and getting that all put together for you guys.
Thanks so much for joining and make sure to follow, like, subscribe, all the
things.
And Amanda, I'll talk to you soon.
We'll talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.